What is good, y'all? Comment gang strong. I hope you guys are enjoying your holidays. And big salute to everybody who's been supporting us from the beginning of this year all the way down to where we are now getting into 2026. And all for all the people who've been supporting us for the previous 7 to 8 years before that. But we're going to be giving you guys a video recap of the best interview moments of 2025. And it's been really, really amazing. A crazy journey to the way that we've gone from a lot of wild rapper interviews to some really serious topics. And by the end of the video, you're going to see some guests that you would have never expected on the We Love Hip Hop podcast. So get your popcorn, ball up a ting, sit back and enjoy this video, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Let's get into it.
We love hip hop.
You got to admit, you're kind of crashing out during that time.
Oh, for sure. Well, yeah, okay.
A little bit.
To a degree, yeah. Internet crash out, yeah.
No, but like your day to day, like you when I see you on the line, you just didn't seem as like now you look like more vibrant. Everything looked like back together. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Your skin's looking better and everything. You know what I'm saying? But during that time, your skin was swooping in, and like you just look like you're stressed, my guy.
Yeah, 6 days, bro. I was in Montreal, not bored, RDP, this jail called RDP, and I didn't eat for 6 days Friday. I'm stressed out. My girlfriend is telling me, yo, you were doing this, you're doing that. The blogs are posting you. I don't know if I'm gonna make it home. I don't know my situation because the range that the charges that I was, facing, how long, So it's just like, of course the nigga was stressed out. Ain't eat for 6 days. Let me stress that. And the cops, they dealt with me rough. So I kind of look fucked up, but yeah.
So me a Virgin Records hockey jersey, and they were giving an award for something. And I guess I was winning it because why would I be walking out?
Yeah.
And so I forget what it was, but I do remember is that Russ Hergert stood up there and I had this Virgin Records. Well, it said Virgin on it. So like back then I was still like, oh my gosh, like why does it have to be straight Virgin on my shirt? Just like people gonna get the wrong idea.
Yeah,
it was a red, like looked like a Chicago Blackhawks red and black jersey, the red one. And he goes, "We are happy to announce that we are doing all we can in support of hip hop from Canada." I hate saying Canadian hip hop, but although it is Canadian, but it's hip hop from Canada because we do hip hop. It's just we got our flex, but to support Canadian hip hop, and we're happy to announce that we've just signed Choclair. And no lie, guy, like I'm even welling a little bit because everybody stood up, clapped, and was like, it's about damn time.
At that point, I was writing for the school paper, and I was just trying to find ways to connect outside of my area. I was still rapping. So at that point, I would like be doing interviews with people, and then I would rap for them. I'd be like, all right, can I spit 16 for you? And they'd be like, wait, that was kind of hard. Like, and so actually I realized my way out of Winnipeg to LA or New York is through school. So I called it the J. Cole method. And I was like, okay, I'll go to school, but I'm like where J. Cole went to school, but he was trying to work for Jay-Z. I was going to school, but I was trying to work for the person at the radio, whatever that meant. And so then I got a scholarship to University of Southern California, USC, studying communications for my master's degree. And I was there, focused, but I was focused on how do I make it in the rap game? Like not just as an artist, but as a media personality.
Right.
And from there, like, I feel like once I touched down here, the possibilities became endless. I started to feel like all the visions I had at one point were actually possible.
Yo, Icy, you, but free you up. Free you. Yo, you heard those bars I gave at him in the food?
I heard them, but he said, and listen, respectfully, Icy, if you see this, he said he never heard it, bro.
He's a liar. He was asking me questions. I went on Hoodie, because I didn't even expect to go on the fucking live with I was going on with Hoodie.
Yeah.
But Hoodie just loves the fucking Hoodlum just went and I said, like, whatever, let me just holler at Ice. I've been talking to him a couple months now since. And he's like nervous on there at first. But I'm like, he's acting like he never heard what's going on. Like,
he said he never heard the truth.
Stop lying, like, stop lying, bro.
He said he refused to listen to it, man. No, listen, man. No matter how much you guys have, like, I don't even think you guys have beef. I don't think you guys have beef.
Nah,
bro.
we got problems, man. I can never fuck. There's certain shit Icy said in the DMs that I'm not gonna reveal on camera.
Mm.
That's certain violations. That's just like, yo, when we see each other, I'm gonna fight you.
Have you guys ever met in person?
Never. I don't know why he doesn't like me. And I'm like, I don't even know you like that, but now I want to fuck your shit up in real life.
Yo, that's so crazy that the man.
Like, I never met this nigga ever in person. I'm like,
wow.
I'm a 6'1" nigga. People that ask me, like, yo, Icy's like 5'4". I don't even know why. I'm like, I would fuck you up. I don't even know why you antagonize me for it. I don't know, bro.
Still in jail fighting for his life.
Mm.
But you want to come home to your son. Romeo. Okay, so now you grab the I grab the knife, whatever, boom, boom. Somehow, I'm gonna say somehow I get out of this situation. So this is where you now see me. This might go higher. Well, I'll grab it higher. It's fine. So that's when you now see me when I'm in with my boxers and I go down. I'm through the fucking staircase.
Yeah.
That's when you see me. I got out of the situation. Walking down the stairs. That's when you see me. I'm in my boxers, bare feet. Okay, I just got into an altercation. Can't face me. Okay? Boom. Get to the lobby now. Whatever. The lobby goes around, whatever. Boom, boom. Just trying to make it safe. I'm with Pretty Savage. Pretty Savage and her daughter. Okay? Boom. They're helping me a little bit. Pretty Savage is saying, yeah, you know, they can't face you. Okay? Boom. That made me regain energy. Again, okay? Health bar went up a little bit. Boom. Came to the fucking the lobby that you guys that was posted, whatever. That's Pretty Savage, by the way, and her daughter that kind of tilt me on the couch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because hey, I have a depleted health bar.
You're losing blood too.
My health bar is down a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not defeated, but depleted health bar.
Shit.
Yeah.
I just got. I had like some barbs do some memes about me, a few times, But I mean, hey man, Nikki, man, hit my phone, man, because my family loves you. We all love you. Everybody loves Nikki. Come on, man.
I need to know what an attack from the barbs feels like, just so preemptive in case I ever fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
No, it was just a couple memes, just a couple memes, but
they don't try to block your Instagram and different nightmare shit that I heard of.
And I ain't trying to speak that into existence. I'm sure they have the ability.
Dox you, all kind of wild.
I don't want no more problems with Nikki. I really would love to work with Nikki one day, for real, man. Like, despite all the bullshit, because she's definitely an iconic artist, and yeah, she's one of the best to ever do it. So I hate the politics of shit, man, that be messing shit up when you really just want to be a fan. I started off a fan of everybody, I love what they contributed to the game, so it's like I don't even want to feel no ways, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want that shit.
You're protected by the fucking police, man. That's you, not me. What are we talking about?
Listen, man, y'all got me stumped. For the first time in a long time. I've done podcasting for about 8 years. We probably episode 550 something at this one right here. This is the first time you got me stumped.
You thought I was looking scared, didn't you?
No, to be honest, it was kind of looking spooky with y'all for a second, fam. You know what I'm saying? I for both parties, right? So I don't want to be one that's taking any sides in this shit or anything. I just want both y'all to be able to get your shit off. But my whole thing is when somebody gets to the mic first, they kind of dictate the way of what's going on, right?
Of course, especially a guy like him.
Oh, damn.
Hold on a second.
You didn't see that one, did you?
And this is nothing for the audience to see at home. Nothing at all, right? But it's for you.
Jesus, Murphy.
Tell them what you just saw. Go ahead, tell them. It's all right.
Well, listen, man,
this is who you guys support.
This is who you like. Come on, man, cut it out.
From what I seen in the video,
What
it was
would
video
you
of
do?
Pretty Savage, and she had some visible facial wounds and stuff.
2 black eyes.
Yeah.
Got broken nose.
I'm a boss.
Turned around, went the next way. I could have ran. I could have, you know what I'm trying to say? I could have went out a different exit. I could have did so much different things to not run into these niggas. But yo, I seen these niggas and it is what it is. Like, so boom, I walk up to them, boom, because I'm going to the exit and I see one of them. But I didn't recognize all the rest of them at first. I just recognized one of them. You know what I mean? So he came up to me and he's like, yo, so what are you dealing with? I'm like, yo, what fucking mean? What am I dealing with? I'm here. What are you saying? I'm here. And then yo, boom, it sparks. Boom, he swings. Whatever. Now, these guys got like 4 niggas, 4-on-1. These niggas are trying to rush me now and shit. But I'm like, whatever. Like, as long as I'm not on a video running or I'm not on a video pleading the fifth saying, yo, stop, please. It doesn't really matter to me. Like, yo, bro, we could have did this shit outside and everyone would have just crashed out and got arrested. You know what I'm trying to say? We all would have just lost our lives at that point. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Regardless. So in my head, I'm looking at it like, bro, as long as there's no video of me bitching up, I'm standing up for myself, fighting my fight, bro. It's not, this shit doesn't really matter, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? So,
No, you didn't back down.
Yeah, but then these guys try and take my chain. They try to snatch my chain when they're getting me. You know what I'm trying to say? Boom. So now I'm holding my chain now and I'm keeping my head down. So they're not hitting my face, they're hitting my head. And they're trying to get my chain. I'm holding on to my chain. You know what I'm trying to say? And then boom, there's even a picture of my pendant on the floor because the man tried to take the chain and he didn't take in that the pendant fell on the floor, but I still had the chain in my hand. You know what I'm trying to say? So boom, they cut. I pick up my chain and I fucking walk out. I'm like, Allah, yeah, I still have my shit. I still have my chain. I still have my money in my pockets. My nigga, are you crazy? I look at my face. I'm like, yo, my face, what the fuck? I don't even look at how I cook like
clean.
that. You know what I'm saying? Me in the moment, I'm like, yo, no way. Like, I'm getting rushed 4-on-1. Like, at the Raptors game, like, I must look fucked up. You know what I'm trying to say? My outfit, I wore the same outfit on purpose that I wore yesterday because I just want to show you guys how intact my outfit is. Like, look at my shoes, bro.
I'll bring it back.
I brought these brand new shoes, bro. Look at my shoes, bro.
Jeez.
Look brand new still,
bro.
It's like the internet made it a thing. It wasn't a real thing. But like,
So, okay. Let's get into some wise guys talks. Okay. How did that crew start? And for the people who don't know, the wise guys, this is JD Era, Ken Masters, Bishop Brigante.
Yo, shout out Bishop, man.
Yeah,
shout out
Bishop,
everyone.
man.
Shout out everyone, but shout out Bishop, man. Me and Bishop were just talking recently.
Yeah, man. Salute to Bishop. That's my brother. Young Tony, aka Hush, and Drizzy Drake.
Yeah, that's everyone.
Shout out to Juice DVD All Stars, man. All the time, all day. This is a Toronto thing. Shout out to my boy JD Era, who just ripped the show. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you having me. Juice DVD, you know what it is.
That's it.
That's 6, y'all? I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Bishop, Tony, Rocks. You say Rocks?
Oh, Johnny Rocks.
You say Rocks?
Salute to Johnny Rocks, man. Yeah,
Big up Rocks, yo. Rock cool.
So I did a little history piece the other day, a documentary, and I got some information from Bishop. They said that the story.
You got some information from Bishop. see, Friday is messy.
This is what I do, man.
Okay, go ahead.
So from his story, you're saying that the crew started in Kitchener?
It's something like that, I guess. Like, so, all right, so I used to I went to school at Laurier, right?
Yeah.
So, and Drake at the time, he was on Degrassi, right? So I had him, he came out to like, I did a show and like there's some girls in Waterloo that attest to this shit, but I did a show at this bar. I forgot the name of that bar. Was it the Church? There's a bar in Waterloo I was doing a show at, and I was like, yo, Drake, come pull up. And Drake wasn't really like, I guess he didn't really get to like go to universities and shit like that. You know what I mean? So he came to come fuck with me out of school and shit. And like all the rappers used to come and fuck with me out in Waterloo. Like,
and he was already rapping.
Yeah, he was already rapping.
Yeah.
He had songs on the radio and stuff like that.
Okay,
you know what I mean? So, and like we had songs, I think at the time we did maybe City Is Mine remix or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So he came out, and I had him come out. And like what they all came out. I think Nico came out too, but they ended up coming out. We performed at this shit in this little bar. And he came out and did a verse. And like to this day, those girls message me to this day, like, yo, we remember you brought Drake to, like, you know what I mean? To a bar in Waterloo. You
That's
know what I'm
crazy.
Like, why am I doing that? It's because I had everything I always wanted in life. That's why I don't care how you look at me. I already have it. Already have the beautiful girl, the most beautiful as it gets. I already have the girls. I already got every girl that I wanted to get in my life. So I don't care about making up a face. I don't care about embarrassing myself. I don't give a I'm not you niggas, dog. Like, I don't really give a I'm just that nigga.
Yo,
Give
careful.
a fuck, nigga. Care for what? My guy. You understand? I don't give a I can embarrass myself. I don't give a okay? Because like I said, I have everything that I ever wanted in life. I've got the most beautiful girls ever that I wanted to get, that I think highly of. So why do I care? What am I going out there to get? I'll make up my face. Look at my fucking shoes, nigga. Okay? Fresh out the pack creases on the pants. I don't care.
Let's get situated over here.
They're kids. They're kids. They're just bodies in trucks to control steering wheels to say make it over there, make the money. If a problem happens, call us. We'll forward. We'll deal with the drama. You get me? That's really what it is.
Let me ask you, because I'm just going off of what I see on these YouTube videos and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
The extra layer of mafia that I see.
Yeah.
The mob guys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How does that get intertwined into the tow truck game?
So yo, a lot of it is old money, brother. A lot of it's old money, and a lot of it's old legitimate money. Like this is a legitimate. Don't get twisted. This is a legitimate 100% above board business.
Yes.
So when they talk about mobsters and this and that, okay, maybe this guy's Italian, maybe he's Russian, but he's doing legitimate business. He's not doing no fuckery. He's doing legitimate business. He's above board, and he wants to keep his shit above board because this is real money and this is real legitimate business.
Yeah.
Same with the bikers. Like back in the day when they talk about bikers, this was a biker's job. Like it was legitimate. He would drive a tow truck and make a legitimate paycheck, and on the weekends, days off, whatever, he'd get on his bike and ride with his peoples.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was a legitimate thing. At this point now, I'll tell you, yeah, okay, I know Italian involved, Russian involved, whatever involved, but it's a legitimate business. Bikers involved. In this instance now, when it comes to them saying, "Oh, mob involved," but don't get me wrong, I may be messed up. Montreal, Quebec, this, that, whatever. Maybe they're more deep in it. But on this side in the GTA, when they talk about the bikers and the mob is in it legitimately.
Right.
They're not sending out no hitters to go do nothing.
Say we just wanted to show them that we were like everyone else type shit, you know?
Yeah.
But now there's like a new, I fuck with it too. It's kind of, it's like an auto-tune style. They're killing it. With doovies doing it, and you know, like that type of sound, that's a good sound too.
Yeah.
That's kind of the new Toronto sound, if you hear, you know.
Yeah. And there's also the accent.
Oh yeah.
Right. There's the new Toronto. You know what I'm talking about? Like we're just talking as Toronto men, but there's like a new Toronto accent. Are you fucking with that?
Nah, man, that's some fugazi. I don't fuck with nothing fugazi. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it, please.
Yeah. I don't fuck with nothing that's not real, you know? Like, so you're gonna go and make up some shit. And we don't talk like that. You've been watching at least a couple minutes now. You hear how I talk. You know what I'm saying? You hear how he talks.
Yeah.
He's a grown man. He's in a different lifestyle. And I'm in a different, won't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? But I think the younger kids, maybe, they might be on some shit. Nah, my young bros and them don't talk like that. Still, I guess it's just a clout thing, you know?
I think it might be a social media thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And I think it might be people who don't actually live in Toronto.
Okay, I didn't even dig that deep, you know.
Radio, because Drake has been a radio darling over the years, right?
Canadian content, right?
Yeah.
You know how many Canadian artists didn't get played because Drake got played instead? That's one thing I don't like, is that all these radio stations they did it the easy way, you know? Good for Drake, but they just kept playing Drake and that he had so much good music. That's all the Canadian content you needed. So a lot of artists did not get played from Canada because Drake got played. There you go. I'm just being a provocateur, but yeah.
No, well, it actually leads into my question because like I feel like I heard in other interviews that you had like some gripes with Canadian commercial radio over the years. Can you maybe explain some of the issues that you had with Canadian commercial radio?
You should just put it more raw, guy. Like, don't go around it. Just tell me what's on your mind, man. You're trying to take the conservative route right now. I'm drawing you out.
Okay. You know, there's different stations like Flow and stuff like that. Give me your issues with these different stations.
So there's not a lot of stations in radio in Canada. You can only go so far to get a commercial opportunity and still play Black music. So when I was doing CKLN, there was no Flow. All the power was on community radio at that time. And then Flow came around one day, you know, and it changed the whole dynamic of everything.
More different ways than just putting them on the live stage. When do you meet Tory Lanez? And back then, was he singing or was he just rapping?
He was rapping, but he was starting to sing. And his voice was changing. So it was very challenging for him, but he pushed through it, and I kept hearing him practice. That was a big thing about Lanez. He always practiced.
Yeah.
But the first time I heard him, I knew he was going to be a star.
Yeah.
That's one thing I do give him. And there have been others that I've seen the same qualities, you know, not similar to him. I'm saying like just star qualities throughout the years. But Lanez, he was just a different animal, you know what I'm saying? And I always refer to him whenever I talk to someone new, you know, just to at least get that Toronto spirit in them. You know what I mean? Like, look, it's possible. Next guy from Toronto just did it. I knew him. You could do it too. Type of thing.
Yeah.
You know.
And you guys started working together. You're bringing them around. You have the one-stop shop for everything, photos, everything, right? Now we tried to do this story last time, but it's gone. There was this trip to Atlanta. I think I've put the pieces together now over the years from my hip hop history. This is around the time when he met Sean Kingston. Or right before that, when you and him went to Atlanta. Can you break down that story?
Yeah, we were in Miami. We're in what's that famous strip?
Sunset Strip.
One of them strips. And he checked his MySpace and he got a message from Sean Kingston while we were out there flooding the city with mixtapes.
Right.
He got a message from Sean Kingston and it was like, hey, we like your stuff. And he was so happy. We were all happy, you know?
Correct.
Okay, so
handguns are not illegal in Canada, but currently, and hopefully at some point this changes, but for now, it's illegal to import, sell, or transfer them.
Interesting. So if you already have one previous to that law, you can keep it.
Correct.
But if
you can bring it to the range, you can shoot it at the range, you can use it as you did before, but you can't sell it or transfer it to someone else.
Interesting. So,
which means that the only guns coming into Canada are illegal guns.
Basically.
Right.
Basically. And with that, I had a second question around that, but I don't even remember right now, but it'll come back to me later. Do me a quick favor while you're here and smash that like button so we can break the algorithm, and join the comment gang and subscribe. It's free. There's also a problem that people say that we have like a very catch and release type of system over here. Do you believe that?
So I think we have a catch and release system for some offenses, and I think we see a lot of people who are released and committing the same crimes, but where they're being released into the exact same circumstances. We also we have a system that people aren't scared of. And I think that the problem isn't with the jail system, it's with the community resources available to people.
Interesting.
For me, when you go to the analytics and thing, and you see what I go on with me and my listeners or whatever, bro, primarily my listeners are still between the age of 18 and 35.
Really?
That's the majority of my listening audience. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, it skews younger and older, but the majority of the people listening to me is 18 to 35. So it's like a lot of times I meet people that's like, yo, I was in grade 8 graduation when Dangerous came out. Oh my gosh. I remember like anytime that song comes, like it brings them to that place.
Yeah.
But then there's some new youths right now where they're saying to their mom, this is my favorite song. And their parents are like, what are you talking about? Like,
I've been
what do you
hearing
know
this,
about
yeah.
this? They're like, yo, this is my tune.
Yeah.
But how blessed is that though, bro?
Why do you think that happens? Is it because, oh, this is a good, like the way the hook goes or different parts of the song? I can use this for my video, for my sound. You know what I'm saying? I can do my little dance to it. Like, what is it that you think that starts connecting these youths with the older music that was from back in like, remember Dangerous dropped in like 08 or something, like before that? What am I saying?
No, it's like 08, 09.
Right.
Somewhere around there. Because last year, I feel like last year was a 15. I think this is the 16 year, Sweet 16.
Go back into the weeds for a second.
Let's go.
Because there was an issue that came out post our last, it wasn't our last conversation. It was a conversation I had with Curtis King. That's what happened. And from there, y'all went to World War V.
Well, he did.
Did it start from our interview?
100%, because that's all dudes like him need, right? Meanwhile, he's saying all this shit about me, little sly comments, making diss records about me. I go in the comment and say one thing, and right then and there, that's enough for him to make content for like 5 days, right? I did fire back him on Twitter.
Not to interrupt you, right? But I need to know about the diss records, because listen, we already had the whole apologizing, as far as like, I apologized for letting you go crazy in my chat and stuff like that. But there was a reason why you didn't like him in the first place, and you were jumping in the chat, and that's what we need to get to the root of. What, even though, like, yes, obviously it wasn't right to be jumping in the chat while we were having our live and we're past that part now. I want to know why. And you're saying that there was diss songs that were out.
Yes, and in his lives and stuff, people will send me clips of him like clowning me here and there, saying this and that, and then he had actual bars about me in a song just like a few weeks before that. So that's why I went on. I can't even remember what I said to him now in the chat. I don't think it was any crazy. But
it was something about 40-year-old artist or something like that, or I don't remember exactly. It was an age shot or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Did I? I can't remember what I said now, but that was enough for him. That's all. Delete it's one thing. That's just content. But Curtis King he's gonna get his face smacked off.
This is the smoking the ops thing, bro. When did that start? Because man didn't start the music with that. That came in eventually.
It came in eventually, but honestly, it's just something like, pretty much, I'm gonna say it plain and simple. Like, you're not gonna watch someone say they're smoking your friend.
True.
So like, that's like, it's more so one of those like, bro, it just became, I won't say it became a habit, but it just became one of those like, yo, they're already gonna say it. We already know what's gonna be in their songs. So it's like, we're putting it in our songs too.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna say something about my guys, I'm saying something about your guys too. Their mom's gonna feel it too. Like, it's not just gonna be my homie's mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, that's pretty much what it is. And like, shit, whoever it hurts, it hurts.
Yeah.
Tune was making, Wayne was making. Like, it felt closer to the stuff Nicki was making, but it wasn't. It had more soul than, let's say, like the song she might have been doing with the early stuff. You know what I mean? Like, he still had more of a soul to what he was doing, so it had a unique pop feel. But it didn't feel like, it didn't feel like traditional sense hip hop. Like, you know what I mean? And even when they were trying to get us together on a song, bro, like, I didn't know how a song would work.
So like, you guys were supposed to have a collabo and you never did it?
Hell no. Because I was really, I know, right? I know. And my homeboy, shut up, right? Look, Pun gets so mad, right? Because Pun, who do Ace Boys Worldwide, he gets so mad, but I didn't know how it would work. Think about it, Friday. I'm making Crip Gang at this time. I'm making I Sell Dope. Like, I'm making the hardest songs in the world. And this dude is making like these hella clean, like really great cliche kind of, all human being anthems. Like, you know what I mean? He was just like special as a talent. And I really didn't have any desire to fuck with him or work with him, even after he was successful. Friday was like, damn, like how do we cross? I'm a Crip from Watts, and and then he ended up doing a song, like even after everybody kept trying to get his, Baby was trying to push it, and then he did a song with Nipsey, and the song was just like not tight. It's like the Killers. I'm like, it just didn't work together. And I'm like, see, I knew this shit wouldn't work. But then
That
like
song
2-3
wasn't
years
so
later,
bad. It seems that you might have squashed it between you and DJ Snoopy. Talk to me. How do we get to the beef, and then how do we get to the peace?
It's 2 questions in one right there, yeah?
Do that.
So basically, you know what?
So let's start with the beef. How did you get to the beef?
You know what happened? So like around while I was in Montreal, and the situation was I was going through my situation, and the blog started posting me. Niggas like attention. You know what I mean? So niggas start doing extra unnecessary shit for attention. And then when it boils down, it goes from, Drake versus, 20 people.
The 20v1, yeah.
And then it just boils down to just Kendrick, who really had, an issue type shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, he just joined the bandwagon and then ended up becoming the last guy. And then, we just started going back. You know what I mean?
So wait a minute. He was the Kendrick to your Drake?
110%, brother.
But wait a minute. And respectfully,
yeah,
Drake lost the beef.
In the people's eyes. You know why? Because I feel like he's been winning for so long. The people wanted to see him. Like people who, they ain't even fuck with Kendrick like that, but they had an issue with Drake type shit.
Okay.
Same thing with me. Like they never really, people don't really fuck with this guy in a sense, but they see him going at me and then it's just so large.
Yeah.
And they want to see me take that L. You get what I'm trying? In the public side.
Like jump press and shit. I didn't even know these niggas for that long. I stepped in front of him. You can find the video somewhere. I stepped in front of the security like, bro, that's my boy. What are you talking? Like I would have gotten a fight for these niggas. Like I rocked with him, but like he took me to the hospital when I was sick, throwing up. He stayed there with me for 8 hours. He was just like, trying to make it seem like he was my boy. And I just said like, look, bro, like fuck the contract. Like who cares? If you scam me, I am going to kill you. I swear, I promise you. And then I sent the bread.
How did you get locked in with those guys at BFR to begin with? And it just
bro, I
seems
told
like
I said this
random
before
link
you
up.
jumped
I was
in,
hearing
but like basically this guy, his name is the Real Big Trill. He's the real scammer in the situation. He knows who he is. Okay, he pays to get his like identity off of the lookup services and all that shit because he knows he's a scammer. You could look him up. He scams people for like promos and shit. But he brought them to me. He was like, oh, because I was trying to get connected with Aiden, and he brought me to Top 5 and said, like Top 5 is Aiden's boy, like connect, whatever the hell. But they ended up just all like plotting on me. But like, I'll tell you the first thing that happened. They landed in Dubai. Okay, that day they pulled up at the video, which like Bundog driving the Cully and all this shit. Like, they pulled up on me in Dubai. You know that video that Top 5 posted where he's just like, oh, 15K a night. Da, 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 da. That was my spot, bro, and I brought him there.
What was that? Was that the Burj Al Arab?
Yeah, the biggest room. It was like 9 racks a night.
I've seen that room.
I was living like that. I was living like that, but I got set back hanging around a bunch of, like animals.
Hey, I gotta ask you a question, bro. I gotta ask you a crazy question, bro. Were y'all really having a freak off in there with Fredo from the UK?
So talk to me, man. I've seen you recently on the news for just, again, tragic incidents. It's unfortunate sometimes when I see you on the news, brother, because it's usually you're speaking on different things that are going on in the community, and you're a voice that a lot of people respect in the community. Can you talk to us about the last time that you were seen on the news? R.I.P. to the young gentleman Javay, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, we lost the youngest member of my organization.
Wow.
Yeah, 8-year-old boy named Javay Roy, and he was murdered in an unfortunate, from what we know, an unfortunate accident where some shots were fired. Bullet went through the window and he got shot and killed while he was in his bed with his mom. Like the safest place it's supposed to be the safest place in the world.
Yeah.
The world spiral, and I can tell you it's going to happen sooner than you think.
Well, he also, he being Justin Trudeau before he resigned, right?
Yep, JT, now Mark Carney.
they did like and I don't know if I've imagined this headline where they said, okay, we're going to be cutting down the amount of immigration that's coming to Canada. Will that work?
What does that mean?
Well, because it's like
what
a
is-
million a year, right?
But what would be cutting it down? What does cutting it down mean? Like,
I think they said 70%.
that's still not enough. It needs to
Mm.
be 0 until we can start taking care of our own. Once we start proving that we can take care of our people first, 0.
I don't know if we could do 0 immigration, Joe. I fuck with you, but 0 immigration
0
is harsh,
bro.
bro.
0. You want to know an example? Look at Poland. 0. They have 0 people coming in their country. They have 0 terror attacks. They have like less crime than anyone in the European. I make a valid point here.
Yeah, but
If
0 for how long? Like
until we can take care of our own and start the government understanding that with the money that you sent to Ukraine, you could be helping veterans on our street. You can be helping the mentally ill, not feed them drugs, but put them in a resource place, what gets them help and gets them off their feet again. Imagine what the billions of dollars we've sent overseas, what that could have done for this city alone.
Because you were going for a different image.
Bro, there was a rapper named Chaos, who's one of Canada's biggest rappers.
Chaos, man.
Bro, he said he was from Fleming one day. The man and were pissed off.
Yes.
We went to his show, fucked up the whole show, bro.
Really?
The man ran off the stage, done the show. Him and his DJ ran underneath the tables. The man were butting up people, bro. Like, it was crazy.
Really?
The man did not want that image. Yeah, we didn't want him represented because we're like, where you at, bro? If you're from Fleming, where then? Where? We can't see you.
Never seen you.
You're not helping. You're not doing nothing.
But he was mesquite, like he was like a hipster kind of like party dude. Like he was making like alternative
But
music.
you
You
know-
guys still press the man.
But man don't want that to be like,
It is
oh,
what
like
it
that's a representative of the ends, you know?
Yeah.
So a man would have to say like, yeah, bro, you don't remember him from Vendome, bro? He grew up around so-and-so? Like, there was none of that.
Yeah.
This person's presence, and you kind of forget, like, oh, this person might be like a cold-blooded killer, right? But there was one moment where I do remember, like, she looked over and we locked eyes, and I was, I was like looking into her eyes, and she was looking right into my eyes, and it was like unsettling. Like there was something just, I'd be presumptuous to say like she looked like a killer or whatever, but there was like something a bit frightening about her. You know what I mean? And I was kind of like, I'm not gonna look away. And then she was just not looking away. And then finally I just kind of looked away. And then, her lawyer like said something to her after. It was like, don't, you can't show any emotion. You don't want to kind of like give a bad impression of yourself. So, other than that little moment, there was one point she rolled her eyes, but otherwise, man, she didn't say anything. She just sat there and was like, yeah, it was like out of body for her, I think.
How much humanity, or like how much do you kind of like listen to the person in the exact situation, or is it just like strictly by the book?
Nah. So we have discretion on some things. Some things we don't have discretion.
No, exactly.
But we have discretion on some things. So like traffic stops, we often have discretion. So unless the thing you're doing is egregious, we have discretion.
If you see a gun under the seat.
Yeah, obviously, right?
Wow.
So for me personally, every call I go to, like I'm dealing with people, you know what I mean? People first.
Yeah.
So I try to hear their side of things, to try to, unless it's something where I see someone like physically like, you know what I mean? And I got to jump in and just make the arrest.
Yeah.
But if it's just people arguing, or it's like a traffic violation or something like that, I listen to what they're saying. You know, like I try to show humanity, right? That's me every time.
So there you have it. Another great year in the books. 2025 was an amazing one. Big thanks to all the guests who have showed up on the show and given us some really amazing moments. And we look forward to having some more moments for 2026. Until then, everybody have a happy new year. And I will see you all in 2026. We are off of this. Deuces.
We love hip hop.